Hello, sixth graders. I'm here to walk you through how to do lesson 2.1, which is multiplying fractions. You need to be highly engaged in this lesson. If you sit back and wait for answers, you will not be learning and you will be doing yourself a disservice. I'm putting together this video to help you, but you have to put forth the effort and the time in this lesson so that your brain can learn. You need several materials in front of you. You need to have a multiplication chart. You need to have a pencil, and you need to have your worksheet 2.1 puzzle time. So your first problem is 1/8. I'm hoping I can see this, it's so tiny. 1/8 times 3/5. So get that copied down for yourself, and this is what it looks like. You're first going to look to see if you can do any what's called cross-reducing. If you had me last year in 5th grade, I taught you this, and it saves yourself a lot of work and effort at the end. So cross-reducing, you're looking across from each other, from numerator to denominator. So you're asking yourself, do 3 and 8 have anything in common? They do not. 1 and 5 do not have anything in common. So now you can multiply straight across the top and straight across the bottom. So again, like this is where you don't wait for answers. You pause if I go too fast. You do the work on your own. You do not sit back and wait for answers. So 1 times 3 is 3. And 8 times 5 is 40. Because there was no reducing here, I'm reassured that there's no reducing here, and that's my final answer of 3/40. Go back to your worksheet, and you're looking for, because it's puzzle time, you are looking for 3/40, and there's your answer A right here. So down here at the bottom, number 1, you need to write an A. If I'm going too fast, you can pause the video, and you can do that step. Problem number 2 is 1/6 times 3/8. Write that down, pause if you need to, and come back and work with me. Again, looking for cross-reducing. What do they have in common? 1 and 8. Well, I'm already at a prime number, so I'm done here, but then I need to look at 3 and 6. So maybe you just already know. Maybe you follow your 3 across the multiplication chart. And when I look at my 3 on the multiplication chart, both 3 and 6 are there. I can divide both 3 and 6 by 3 and cross those out. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Now I'm going to multiply. 1 times 1 is 1. 8 times 2 is 16. Because I reduced here, I know my answer is as low as it can go. So look back at your worksheet, and you're looking for 1/16. It is right here. So down below, this was problem number 2. Number 2, you're going to write H. You're looking at number 3, and the problem is 3/4 times, I can't quite tell. I'm going to have to do some work here. I know you're probably like screaming at me because you can tell what it is. 9/13. Okay. Okay. So again, I'm going to look to see what they have in common. Follow your 3 across the multiplication chart. Do 3 and 13 have anything in common? No. Follow your 4 across the multiplication chart. Do you ever see 9? No. So you cannot reduce. Go ahead and multiply straight across the top, straight across the bottom. Well, 3 times 9 is 27. This is not on the multiplication chart. So you're going to have to come over here, and you're going to have to solve this. Once you've solved, go ahead and come back and show me that you've got the answer. Is that what you got? I hope so. Go get your worksheet then. And do you see 27 over 52 anywhere? I do, right up here. It's C. So down below on your worksheet for number 3, you need to have letter C. Okay. Number 4, you've got 5/6 times 6/7. Again, you're going to look across from each other to see if there's any reducing you can do. If you follow your 5 across on the chart, will you ever run into 7? No. Oh, I see these are the same. So 6 divided by 6 is 1. These are 1s. It's not numbers the same. 0 is the game. So 5 times 1 is 5. 7 times 1 is 7. There's your answer. Pause this, go look for your answer, and record. Number 5, you've got 5/16 times 1/10. Again, you're looking for cross reducing. Well, this is as low as it can go, so you can't do any reducing here. Do 5 and 10 have anything in common? Yes, because if you follow your 5 across, you will run into 10. So I can divide both of these by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 10 divided by 5 is 5. 10 is 2. Now I can multiply straight across. 1 times 1 is 1. Is this on the multiplication chart? So don't panic. Come down here. Solve this. Go back, find it on your worksheet, write down your next problem. You're pausing the video each time you do that. Okay. Next problem is 3/14 times 12. You need to take this whole number 12 and turn that into a decimal. It's like saying you ate 12 donuts and you didn't cut them up at all. So that's the same as 12 over 1 because they were 1 piece each. If you need to rewrite that, you can, but I can still tell that these are across from each other and that this is across from each other. So I'm looking at 12 and 14. Well, if I carry my 12 across in the multiplication chart, I'm never going to see 14. But I notice that these are both even numbers. So you can divide both of them by what? You can divide them both by 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So 2 goes in here 6 times. Follow your 2 across. 2 goes into 14 how many times? 7 times. Now you're ready to multiply across. 6 times 3 is 18. 7 times 1 is 7. Right? Now, you're not done with this. This is what's called an improper fraction, where your numerator is greater than your denominator. So I'm going to rewrite it down here so I have more room. There's 2 different ways that you can look at this. Right? This is what I taught last year. Nah, I'm not going to teach you that way. Look at this as a division problem. 7 goes into 18 how many times? Follow your 7 across. 7, how close can you get to 18 without going over? Should be 2 times. And 7 times 2 is 14. Notice I recorded that up there because I used up 14 pieces. So how many are you going to have left? 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. You're going to have 4 pieces left, and your piece sizes remain the same. This is your final answer. Pause, find that, record, and come back. Feeling a little bit more confident? We have a similar problem again. You have 8 and 9/10. You have to make this a fraction. It's like saying eight cookies, and you didn't cut them into pieces at all. So you're going to make that 8 over 1. Now, you can't cross reduce this way. These are both even numbers, so you can divide it by 2. 2 times what gives you 8? 4. 2 times what gives you 10? 5. Now you're ready to multiply. 4 times 9 is 36. 5 times 1 is 5. Oh, we did it again. We've got an improper fraction. Come down here and we'll do a little bit more work. So I'm thinking 5 goes into 36 how many times? Or how close can I get to 36 without going over? So follow your 5 across. It goes in 7 times. 7 times 5 is 35. So how many pieces will you have left over? You'll have 1 piece left over, and your piece size stays the same. So this should be your final answer. Pause and come back. Okay, I believe we're on number 8. We're back to just fractions again. You've got 5/7 times 5/8. Let's see if we can do any cross reducing. 5 and 8. If you follow your 5 across, will you ever hit 8? Nope. Are they both even numbers? Nope. What about here? No. There's no cross reducing here. So you're going to just multiply straight across the top, straight across the bottom. 5 times 5 is, and 7 times 8. Find that and come on back. All right, problem number 9. You've got 14 over 15 times 5/7. Let's look for some cross reducing. If you follow your 5 across, you will hit 15. So you can divide them both by 5. 5 goes into 5 one time. 5, 10, 15. This is going to be 3. What about these two? Are they connected? Follow your 7 across, you will hit 14. So you're dividing them both by 7. 7 divided by 7 is 1. 7 goes into 14 2 times. Now we're ready to multiply. 2 times 1 is 2. 3 times 1 is 3. There's your final answer. Pause, record, come back. Number 10, it's shifting it on you slightly. We're going to have a little bit more work. You've got 1 1/4 times 3/4. All these skills from 5th grade are coming back. You have what's called here, right here, is a mixed number. You cannot multiply until you turn that back to an improper fraction, where the numerator is greater than the denominator. So you need to multiply here, and then you're going to add. So 1 times 4 is 4 plus the extra piece you had. So 4 plus 1 is 5/4. You need to be recording this. Write it down. Times 3/4. Okay? 5 over 4 is the same as this. Now we can look for any cross reducing. Are 3 and 4 connected? No. 5 and 4? No. So we're going to multiply and multiply. 5 times 3 is 15. 4 times 4 is 16. Is this larger than this? No. So it's proper, and we're good. Pause, record, come back. I feel like I'm repeating myself. Number 11 is very similar to our last one. You've got 7.5 times 4/5. It's similar because you have another mixed number.
Please stop by the office. Levi Poland, please stop by the office.
Okay, so we need to turn this mixed number to an improper fraction. So you have 7 times 2 is 14, plus the one leftover piece is 15. Are you writing this down? Then bring everything else down. You need to show your work. 4/5. Okay. Now we're going to look to see if there's any cross-reducing we can do. Are 2 and 4 connected? Yes, they're both even numbers. So we can divide them both by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 2, 4, it's 2. Are 5 and 15 connected? I know it's hard because you guys probably shouted out, the 5! And I did the 2 first. So these, you can divide both of them by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 5, 10, 15. This is 3. Okay. 3 times 2 is 6. 1 times 1 is 1. Now, we have a little bit more work to do with this. This is like saying I had 6 cookies and I didn't cut them up. So 6 over 1 is equal to 6. Find, record, come back, pause. Number 12, you have 5/8 times 1 and 3/5. Now our mixed number is over here on this side. Same thing. 1 times 5 is 5, plus the 3 up here. So 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 over 5. And then times, just going to bring this one down, 5 over 8. Ooh, see lots of cross-reducing in this one. 8 and 8, they can both be divided by 8. So 8 divided by 8 is 1. This becomes 1. What about those 5s? Yeah. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. And you should know what this is. It is also equal to 1. Record, pause, come back. All right, I think I'll do 2 more with you. So I'm going to jump down to number 20 with you. So you've got 2/5, and then you've got the parentheses with the exponent 2. Okay? You need to remember what that exponent is. It means that you have 2/5 2 times. So record that. You've got 2/5 2 times. Okay? Is there any cross-reducing you can do? No? So just record straight across the top, straight across the bottom. 2 times 2 is 4. 5 times 5 is 25. Right? One more problem together. Let's look at number 21. You caught me doing this. I got kids coming into my room. That's what happens when you record towards the end of the day. Oh well, you'll forgive me. All right, number 21. You've got 3/4 squared times 1/3. Right? Remember what that squared means. It means you have this fraction 2 times. So make sure you're showing your work. You've got 3/4 2 times. 3/4 times 3/4 times 1/3. It's no different than 2 fractions together. So let's see. Does this 3 have anything in common with the 4? No. Ooh, but what about this 3 and this 3? They do. So let's see. 3 divided by 3 is 1. Okay? let's see. 4 and 1, nope, they don't have anything in common. And we already tried the 3 on the floor. So I think we're ready to multiply across. Remember what I told you throughout this whole lesson. If you're just recording my answers, you're doing yourself a disservice. I hope you've been pausing and doing some thinking along with me so that you can truly be learning. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 1 is 3. Excuse me. 4 times 4 is 16. And 16 times 1 is 16. And because I did all my reducing here, I know this answer is reduced and it's there as well. Okay? Take a look at your worksheet. I believe we got all the way 1 through 12. That leaves you with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 problems to do. Would you like to do 22 together as well, since it's a story problem? Okay, let's do that one, and then you're on your own. Number 22, it says the photo of you and your friends at the local amusement park has a length of 5 1/3 inches and a width of 3 1/4 inches. Find the area in square inches. Well, when in doubt, sketch it out. So we know that it is a picture, right? So I'm going to sketch that out. You guys know how good I am with that, right? So we got a picture here. And area is the inside space in here. And to find area, you multiply the length times the width. So we need to multiply those two measurements. So let's go back and find those two measurements again. Okay, let's see. The length was 5 1/3 inches. And the width was 3 1/4. So to find the area, we need to multiply those two numbers. Well, let's come down here. 5 1/3, you need to be recording this, times 3 1/4. Oh, we've got mixed numbers, so we need to turn them to improper fractions. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 1 is 16 over 3. Let's do the same thing here. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 1 is 13. Piece sizes stay the same. Okay, let's look at any reducing we can do. If you follow your 3, will you ever hit 13? No. What about 4? Will you ever hit 16? Yes. So you can divide both of these by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 16 divided by 4 is 4. Right? Now you're ready to multiply across and multiply across. I'm going to do this one first. It's just easier. 3 times 1 is 3. This is not on your chart. So you're going to come over here. 13 times 4. Plug that back in. Right? Remember, this line means division. So now you've got yourself a division problem. That's not on your chart either. Set this up. Remember what I've been telling you. You need to do some thinking. So I want you to pause the video. When you come back, I will work it through with you. But do not come back until you either have the answer or you're stuck. Welcome back. I hope you got the answer. 3, how close to 5 can you get? Without going over, is 1. 1 times 3 is 3. Subtract, you get 2. Bring down your next number, and it is 2. 3, how close to 22 can you get without going over? Is 7. 3 times 7 is 21, and you have 1 left. No number to bring down. So the answer is 7. You can't have a remainder, though. You can't write R1 when you're talking about fractions. And so you're going to express that as a fractional remainder. So the 1 goes up on the top, and look, your piece size remains the same. So it is 17 1/3 square inches, or maybe your answer key says inches squared, okay? Take a look back then at your worksheet. Again, I believe that only gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 problems to do on your own. You have study skills time to work on that. You can also access extra support in the form of Miss Davis's Google Classroom. Work hard, you guys. Make me proud while I'm gone.